Pisces, welcome back. This is me from High Vibes Tarot, and this is your Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus love reading for March 2023. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps this month's message is the one for you. But I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Let us first get the scenario that you have in your love situation right now, and then we will explore it using the other cards. You could be in a situation right now wherein you are faced to make a decision, but somewhere deep inside of you, dear Pisces, this is something that you are comfortable with. Perhaps you are faced with a dilemma, and perhaps your friends are telling you to call it quits with your person, but the connection that you have with this person is just so strong. You don't want to you want them to give the benefit of the doubt. For some of you, you are tested. It's sort of being in a test of fire. You could be starting a relationship, but as early as at this point, you could be in a honeymoon phase. You're all over the moon with this person that you are in a new relationship with, but your friends seem to be in disagreement or slight disagreement. Could be family members, could be in disagreement with this connection. This is something that you are not seeing right now, and perhaps you would want to prove them wrong. The connection that you have with this person is so strong that no one can paint that how you look at them. However, dear Pisces, you have here the Tower card. The Tower card speaks of a connection, a relationship that is not built on a solid foundation, and perhaps there are issues, there are red flags that you are seeing, but you keep on sweeping them under the rug. Perhaps your friends, your family members are telling you that this is another pattern, this is another connection that you are having, wherein you would soon, or you would eventually break your heart because they could see the pattern, but you yourself couldn't see the pattern that you are it is slowly unfolding in front of you. The Tower here, this is Rapunzel. The Rapunzel who laid down her hair, opened herself to a connection with a prince, but at the end of the day, she didn't follow the instruction of her quote-unquote mom. The witch, she didn't follow the instructions. She was told not to bring somebody into the tower, but she was stubborn to welcome a new prince in. So in your connection right now, dear Pisces, you could be welcoming in a new person. You could be in a relationship or a new relationship that is slowly unfolding. The beauty of it all is something that you are seeing right now, and this is something that your friends, it's not that they disagree with this connection. It's not that they don't see the beauty in this connection. They do. What they are seeing, on the other hand, is something that would perhaps they're trying to show you that you are starting to be the unhealthy version of yourself once again in this connection. You are being the giver that you are in this connection, and the love that you are giving, the big heart that you have, is not reciprocated at this at this point in this relationship. Perhaps they're still giving your person a chance, but if you'd ask them this early, they are not seeing that this person would be someone that you truly deserve. The universe is somehow forcing you, or perhaps the circumstances that is surrounding you right now is telling you to make a decision right now, and perhaps this is something that you wouldn't want to decide on this early. You have here the Hermit. Seeking enlightenment, or perhaps closing off your doors, not wanting to talk to your friends. This is a dangerous path to take if you would want to close your doors and not talk to your friends just because they disagree with you in terms of making your decisions, or in terms of your choices in love. A wonderful set of major arcana cards right here. The willpower. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Virgo, dear Pisces. Be mindful, dear Pisces, that you are putting matters to your hands. The universe will take care of itself. The system will take care of itself. And you run the risk of trying to prove them wrong or trying to do things just to prove your friends wrong. You know what you want. You know what to do. What is this Tower right here? What do you want us to know about the Tower? You know that something wrong is about to happen, but it's sort of like turning a blind eye on that, or perhaps not seeing the bigger picture as far as your love situation is concerned. Somebody, perhaps the person you're dealing with is very honest to a fault or brutally frank and this is not something that your friends would like. For some of you, you could be dealing with a person who really wants to settle down, who wants to start a home life, who wants to start a family, and one of you in this connection is not yet ready for it. They have their dreams, they have their goals, they would want to focus on their career or they want to focus on their business, and the other person is not in alignment with that. Perhaps that is what your friends are seeing in this connection. One is very much ready, that could be you, Pisces, very much ready. You're emotionally stable, secure, very much ready in building a home, very stable, but your friends are seeing that the person you're dealing with is not yet ready for that, is not aligned with what you have already accomplished in your life, and perhaps you are thinking that that is not a fair way of judging the situation, because you are seeing the beauty and you are seeing the ways in which this connection would be very helpful to you spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Love wins. That is what I am getting here. See? Look at that. Back to back. The Tower. Getting the Tower in reverse means it's not a good combination. Not a good combination to see. Look at that. Perhaps you're repressing yourself. You're putting matters to your hands. You haven't healed from your past trauma, from your past relationship, and so the pattern continues, becoming a prisoner of your past mistakes. Perhaps in the past you have been that overgiver, and your friends know this, your family members know this. You attract the narcissists or you attract the people who are very much focused on themselves, focused on growing their finances, focus on their business, and so they don't have that much time for you, and you are very happy to support that, but your friends are not happy with that because the love that you give is not reciprocated always. And in this situation right now, as I have seen from your first three cards, perhaps this connection is something that feels so right for you. This is like the Lover's card. a connection that is so deep. However, you could be very connected with your I don't know, you may have very active or a very enticing sex life or intimate life, but at the end of the day, if this person doesn't bring out the best in you, then the honeymoon phase, maybe it's just the honeymoon phase. So somewhere down the road, this is something that would reflect back to you what you need to heal, and this is what the Tower here is showing you. More than victory, be mindful that you are, as I have been saying, that you are putting matters to your hands, that you are taking control of the situation, manipulating all the resources, or manipulating how your friends would see this person, your lover, in a way that would leave out the truth, or leave out how your person is really reciprocating the love that you give. Perhaps you could be, just be mindful that you are being honest with yourself, honest with not only to yourself, not only to your friends, but most especially to yourself. If this connection shows some red flags, perhaps it's time to reassess it, and perhaps contemplate if this is something that you would want to go on for a long time. If you don't want to do that right now, like reflecting how this connection brings out the best in you, if you don't want to talk about that, perhaps this reading may help you in reflecting. What do I want in a relationship? What do I want to see in a relationship? How have I been hurt in the past, and what changes can I do so that I wouldn't experience the same pain that I have experienced in my last relationships? What is this Two of Swords here, please? Not taking action. Indecision. This is exactly this one. The Fool here with this Two of Swords. You have reached, it's like a stalemate, and perhaps all the facts that you need to take action is right in front of you, but you are sweeping everything under the rug and you don't want to act on that. And perhaps what you are doing is you are trying to embellish. You are trying to create a narrative that defends or tries to prove this connection, but you cannot fool your friends because they can smell bullshit from afar. So be mindful that you are trying to control the situation, or you are trying to create a narrative so that your friends would like this person, or you're trying to create a narrative or make excuses for the red flags that you have been seeing in this relationship. What else would you want us to know? What brings you joy? Look at that. The Sun with the happiness. The Sun in reverse. And here, the emotional dissatisfaction. If you are feeling emotionally dissatisfied in this connection, then all the more that you would have to reflect and contemplate in what ways can you cut ties to this person. No, not just kidding. In what ways can you find the joy in this connection? In what ways can you sit with your person or have that heartfelt conversation as to how you could meet them halfway, or at least get that proper dance between you and your person, so that you could talk about how can you build something that both of you in a win-win way, something that is built on a mutual ground. How can you work on that happiness? How can you work on that joy? I'm not saying that you are unhappy, but maybe you are. You wouldn't be here. I'm not saying that all people who come here are not happy. What I'm saying is that most people who come to tarot readings are confused, needs more clarity. And perhaps this is the clarity, or this is something that you need to hear right now. Are you happy, dear Pisces? If you are not happy, then perhaps it's time for you to make the changes that need be, or make some steps for you to shake things up and leave everything behind, to finally make it happen for you, to finally turn that leaf and create that chapter, so that you would eventually you really don't have to explain to your friends. You really don't have to explain that this connection is right for you. But if something within you, there's a niggle inside of you, the wanting to prove this connection, wanting to create a narrative that proves this connection is what you truly deserve, then probably there is really something wrong in this connection. So in what ways? Perhaps it's time for you to think about it, seek spiritual enlightenment, and perhaps contemplate. Or perhaps if you are not talking to your friends because they keep on telling you that this connection may be unhealthy for you, then perhaps it's time for you to think about why are they being this persistent, or perhaps in what ways. If you want to close off your communication, not talk to your friends about this, if you don't want to talk about this, then perhaps you might want to channel that willpower, and then channel that that magician energy, that planning energy, for you to shake things up and clear all unwanted energies that are no longer serving you. I'm not saying that you have to leave the situation immediately. What I am saying is that in what ways can you reflect on this situation, so that you could finally slough off unwanted energies, or finally move forward from the pain that seems to be being carried over to your current relationship right now. What is this pattern that your friends are seeing that you are not seeing? Oops, sorry about that. What is this pattern? Is there something that you need to heal? You have here the Knight of Swords, and you have here the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. One is a queen and the other one is just a knight. You are not in alignment, or you are not in the same page as your person. The other one is a queen, the other one is just a knight. I'm not saying that, just take what resonates, dear Pisces. One of you would be emotionally more mature than the other. The other person has a lot of priorities, and romance is not something that, or spending some time with you is not something that they prioritize. Is it something that would bring you joy? Is it something that would make you happy? Is it something that you would tolerate? If not, then perhaps it's time to, as I've mentioned, have that seat or heartfelt conversation with your person, and talk about in what ways can you manage that, in what ways can you get that, if your love language is quality time, in what ways can you get that quality time without getting in the way of them fulfilling their dreams, fulfilling their ambitions. Let us get else. Continuation of this reading, by the way, is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you. And this is the message from the universe, the observer. Stop acting like God. And I'm not saying that you're acting God, but what I'm saying is what I've mentioned a while ago. In what ways have you been putting matters to your hands and trying to manipulate the situation, creating a narrative so that it would be in favor of the narrative that you have about this connection? In what ways can you be patient for things to unfold? Look at her. She is the photographer here, old school at that, waiting for things to unfold. In what ways can you be patient and wait things to unfold? Give your person the benefit of the doubt. Give your friends the benefit of the doubt. And see, and in what ways can you also buy time for you to reflect on what you need to heal? So, I guess I would have to leave it at that, and the continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. I do see you next time, dear Pisces, and thank you for being here. Bye bye.